Hi everybody, Lane here with my new pet goldfish. This is Bob. Say hi, Bob. Say Bob. Bob. Say Bob. Bob. So Bob came to me as a surrender. His original owners won him in a fair in Kentucky. I'm in Missouri, so they moved him from Kentucky to Missouri. They had him about 6 years. And they had him in a 50-gallon tank when was the last tank he was in before he came to me. And I just wanted to show off Bob, one, because he's beautiful and he's my new pet. Hi, Bob. And two, this is kind of a good scenario for a fair fish. And so I just wanted to show you, before you take home a long-bodied goldfish, you really have to be prepared for eventually having right now he's between 6 and 8 inches is what they said, and he's 6 years old. And they felt that he had outgrown his 50-gallon tank without really regular water changes. 50 gallons is big enough for one goldfish, but you do really have to keep up on the water changes. And Bob's former owner became pregnant and was having a really difficult time keeping up with the water changes with the system they had, because they didn't have an easy water change system. They're in an apartment, and the pregnancy makes carrying around 4-gallon or 5-gallon buckets, pretty difficult. And so she had to surrender him. And so it really is something to think about before you take in a fish like that. If you don't already have a pond or a very large tank, now I feel that he actually was very lucky for a carnival fish, because a lot of people will get fish from the carnival and take them home in the bowl and not really know what they're supposed to do with them and let them die. Versus Bob's family, obviously, they took him home. They won him at a fair, had him in a little bowl, went out and got a 10-gallon starter kit, which was fine for him at the time, continuously upgraded. But at the point of the 50-gallon tank, it was just, along with their living situation, it just didn't work out anymore. And so there's a group I'm a part of, a Facebook group called Saving Pets My Area. And I knew I had space for either 2 new round-bodied goldfish or 1 new long-bodied goldfish. And so I just put a post in there that if anybody had a goldfish that they were looking to rehome, that needed a good home, that I was there for it. And they got in touch with me. And you can see he's missing some scales. He does have a little bit of red under his gills that I'm worried was ammonia burn. But honestly, I've had him 48 hours now. And just in that time period, it seems to have gotten a little better. I left the light off the first 48 hours. And I fed him some duckweed so that he'd make sure his poop was going good. And then this morning I turned on the light to take a look at him again and share him with you all. I do want to stress, I consider him a rescue, but I do feel like there's a difference between, they really did do their best. And when they felt like they couldn't keep up with him anymore, they found somebody that could, unsurrendered him. So that really is different than, I do have fish that I have, been like, hey, you need to give me that fish, you're abusing it. Or, that's at, a business somewhere on a desk, and it's like, this is wrong. Do you want me to take this? Because people who see this are just going to think you're an animal abuser. I mean, I've only done that kind of thing a couple of times, but there are times where, you almost, just need to take an animal out of a situation, and that's a different type of rescue than surrender. I do think Bob was very lucky. And Bob and I will be back very shortly filming a video I've been talking about doing and just not gotten together. Bob and I are going to correct Petco's goldfish and koi care sheet for you, because I'm going to guess that you, knowing me and knowing goldfish information, it's not a very good care sheet. No. I don't even feel like they picked the healthiest fish to take pictures of. Anyway, this is Bob. I'm really excited to have Bob. And soon Pumpkin, the Pumpkin, will be moving in with Bob. And we'll have 2 long-bodied goldfish in a 75-gallon tank. And, maybe one more fish will go in with them one day. I would really like a blackout comet. I really, really would. I have a friend on here, Gil the Goldfish, who I'm always looking at his blackout comets and, ooh, I want one so bad. But, 2 in a 75-gallon, that's good. That's a good amount. It may not sound like a good amount, but with these long-bodied, it really is. And yeah, he is 6 years old and about 6 to 7 inches long. And there's really no way of me knowing, even if I take perfect care of him, he could live another, without knowing the genetic history of goldfish, we won't really know, but I am very hopeful that he will get to live a lot more years, because common-bodied goldfish really can have quite a long lifespan. Love your pets, and they will love you back. And thank you for meeting my fishy Bob with me. And stick around, like and subscribe if you can. We will be correcting the Petco goldfish and koi care sheet next video. Thank you. Love your pets and they'll love you back.